Center, which is the home to the Uganda National Theatre, the only theatre or national theatre that we have in this country. And she has asked, what do you do as a production manager? As the production manager at the Uganda National Cultural Center, my main job is to program artistic and cultural activities at the National Theatre, which include, among others, musical performances, stage performances, poetry, dance, and cultural events that we host at the Uganda National Cultural Center, being sure that we have quality at the theatre, and also building the capacity of playwrights, of choreographers, of dancers, so that what we present at the National Theatre is up to quality and palatable to the audiences, so that they enjoy, get entertained, be inspired, and be able to push our culture to the next level.
Very
in short.
interesting.
Yes.
Now you talk about building the capacity of playwrights and also promoting programs, artistic programs and cultural programs at the National Theatre. I understand you're in a process of a book and a play right now. What is the book? What is the play?
Okay. What's the book? What is the play? The play at the moment that we are working on, is titled Rope. Rope. And each and every one of us has seen a rope. So, it is a play that is going to be premiered today at the Uganda National Cultural Center at 7 o'clock. And it is a play that has gone through all the devising and play development stages that each and every high quality production should attain. It is a play that was written or is written by a prolific writer known as Lloyd Lutara. He's written quite a number of plays, and this play has been staged and premiered before at the Alliance Francaise in Uganda. And when we at the National Cultural Center saw it 2 years ago, which was then produced by Tebere Arts Foundation, we decided to bring it also at the National Theatre, being co-produced by ourselves and Arts Treasure and the House of Talent. So it has gone through the stages which we believe should be, any other play should go through, and now it is up and ready for premiering. But the beauty about this, which many playwrights have not done, is also to publish. So as we stage the play, today it is also going to be published. It has been published, and therefore it is going to be launched by the British Council Director. So we are celebrating two major things: a premiere of a play written by Lloyd, directed by Kaya Kajumukasa. He wrote, the playwright wrote, and handed over this play to a director, so that the director breathes life in those words which we are going to enjoy today on stage. So Madame Kaya Kajumukasa, a legendary thespian, is directing this play. And therefore, for us as the National Cultural Center, it has gone through the major stages, the major processes of having a high quality theatrical production. And it is within the context of celebrating World Theatre Day. World Theatre Day falls on the 27th of March. And therefore, for us as the Uganda National Cultural Center, to celebrate this, we had to have a published play, staged and well directed and on national stage. So we are celebrating quite a number of things. Yeah. This play is in that bigger context of the World Theatre Day celebration, which is starting today, and we climax on the 27th of March.
Oh, wow, that is very interesting, and it's quite some plot to look forward to in this month of March. But you've talked about the process of producing the book, of producing this play and bringing it to the National Theatre. And allow me ask, for someone who might not understand these things and their terms and the details about it, what exactly is a playwright? And what's the difference between a playwright and the book?
Okay.
As well as the play itself. Are they the same things? Are they different and can easily be turned and played about with each other?
No,
to
thank
a
you.
layman.
Thank you very much. And I like the simplicity that you are giving us in this regard. A playwright, as you hear, playwright, of course the spelling is a little bit different, but is the writer of a play. So we have play, where we play. We get on stage and play and act. And then we have write, which is a writer, the author. So you can call the playwright is an author of a play which can be scripted, which can be then published in that regard. So Lloyd Lutara is the author, is the writer of Rope. And for you to be a playwright, definitely it can be a talent, it can be a gift, but also you can be trained to write a play or a novel or an intellectual property. So like Rope is an intellectual property which is owned by the playwright Lloyd Lutara. And now when we go to staging, when you write your play, it is on paper. Someone has to breathe life in those words because the playwright creates a world for us. Like in this case, Rope is a world that has been created by Lloyd Lutara. And therefore, we come to experience that story of Linda, a daughter of a rich man who goes missing when she fails to return home after a Wednesday fellowship. And when she goes missing, like anybody of us, if your daughter gets missing or your child gets missing, you don't sit down. You start an investigation. So an investigation is put up to search for the missing Linda. And therefore in this play, we are searching for the missing Linda. That is what Lloyd Lutara has placed for us. And then Kaya Kajumukasa gets the script and breathes life in it, gets actors, gets actresses, puts together a stage manager, the scenic designers, to be able to create this world for us on the stage. So from the script, we are getting now a world on the stage to experience what happened to Linda. Why did she go missing? Who is responsible for her missing? Who is going to be held accountable? And that is what the play is about. So when we come today, we are going to experience that world from the script onto the stage, and we find out if Linda, we are going to find her, and who is responsible for her missing. And this play, all the people are lying about something. And that is what we experience in this world. Someone is lying about something. Nobody wants to take the responsibility for the missing Linda. Not the husband, not the father, not the sister, not the mothers. So who is responsible? You and me, we are going to find out.
Very interesting. It sounds like I'm already watching a soap on a telenovela, but it's actually a stage play. Stage plays are quite different. They're different from screenplays, and it's quite exciting. Now, you've talked about, rather on the screen, we've seen some of the actors there, and I've seen notable talent there. I've seen Esther Tebandeke. Is she acting?
True, she's acting.
I've seen Nalongo, Aaron Bazongere.
Yes.
I've seen Tamale Michael, amazing talent that I've got to also experience. And take me through the casting process. How was the casting process? And to someone who actually might also want to join the arts arena in regards to acting, how best could they join projects like this?
Perfect. Thank you very, very much. Once a play is written, I go back, it all begins with a playwright.
Yeah.
And therefore, a producer comes on board. That's how the UNCC, the Andrew Sebagalas, the producers come on board. They get interested in a script. They read it. They get interested and say, okay, we as producers would like to invest in this script so that this story can go places. Then a director is identified who is going to deliver this script. The director cannot work alone. Therefore, the director, the producers have to get the right people, which is called casting, who are going to live these roles. And as such, an audition call is put out.
First, yes.
Okay, an audition. This is the technical process or the professional process of putting together a show. Not so many actors or not so many producers go through this, but at the Uganda National Cultural Center, this is critical, that a play is published or a play is scripted, a director is identified with her directorial concept, which is the best. Because at the end of the day, you can get different directors. Now you as producers, you listen, you vet who is going to deliver this production, this script in the best way. And then you still do an audition call to get the best actors who are going to live these roles. And so an audition call was made, and that was like in 2002, because a good number of this cast were part of the 2022 production that was produced by Tebere Arts Foundation, and therefore we did not have to pick new people. As long as one was still interested and available, we picked on those cast members. It is only a few who came on board. Again, like Esteri, as you've mentioned, she is new on set. Like Tamale was not on the old cast, now also came on board in that regard. And Dr. Charles Mulekwa, who has not been on stage in a very, very long while. So we are bringing Dr. Charles Mulekwa as well as part of the cast in this regard. So they are given the script, they read the script, and they breathe life in those words and live the characters, the roles that Lloyd Rutara wrote in that script.
Oh, very
Yes.
interesting. Now let's talk about what inspired the National Theatre to go on board for this particular project. You mentioned that it was first at Alliance Francaise, and later on, as it was making its moves, you decided as National Theatre that this is something that should be brought to the National Theatre for the public to enjoy. And the National Theatre is one of the places that are easily most accessible to everyone, at least in the general public. It's easier for everyone to just quickly notice the National Theatre. So what inspired the management of National Theatre to choose to invest the time, the energy, the resources, and all the might into this particular production?
Wow. Thank you very, very much. The Uganda National Cultural Center, one of its mandates, because whatever we do must be within our mandate. One of our mandates is to encourage and develop artistic and cultural activities. So within that mandate, then we are inspired, like UBC, inspiring Uganda, right?
Yes.
Like UBC, you are our neighbors here. So, like UBC, we encourage and develop artistic and cultural activities. So, what inspired us is because of the story that is in Rope, which touches women, domestic violence in our society. Okay? Domestic violence is real. And therefore, theater being a mirror of society, we thought this story needs to get on a bigger stage. If you've been at Alliance Francaise, it is a smaller space.
It is, yes.
Okay? Like this auditorium where we are. Now, when you bring your show to the National Theatre, it is a bigger space. And so we thought it worthwhile that this story should not stop at Alliance Francaise or at Ndere Center, because from Alliance Francaise, it went to Ndere Cultural Center, and now, 2 years later, we thought now it has grown, it has been workshopped, it has been re-edited, and now even published. Why not bring it to the national stage? And therefore, we thought that was important. Two, it was also directed then by a seasoned director, Kaya Kajimu Mukasa. And so we thought, still we need to celebrate our legends, especially in the context of celebrating World Theatre Day. So we are celebrating a playwright who is young. Lloyd is only 39 years old, but he has written tremendously. He's very, very talented. So we are celebrating a young man, a young playwright, but also working with a seasoned playwright, Kaya Kajimu Mukasa, who has really seen many young people go through her hands. 3, this play had been fully developed by the Tebele Arts Foundation. So when a play has gone through that stage, it means it is worth being on a national stage. And so we thought it worthwhile to bring it on board. And 3, also, when you look at the casting, but also to give an example to other playwrights, to other producers, to the young people that, okay, how do we do this? So when we are selecting which play to support in a very special way, because this is a co-production, it means we look at a number of issues at the end of the day, which could be helping building the capacity of young people, telling a wonderful story, and also the quality that comes with this nature of a production, but then also creating employment for the people who are going to be a part of this production. So we look at quite a number of things, and in a year, we basically support about 10 productions. 10 productions in a year. I know as we move forward, we shall be seeing also other productions that are going to be coming on board that we co-produce. Co-producing means we partner directly with another play production house. In this case, it is Arts Treasure that we are partnering with to be sure that this production comes to life at the end of the day, because it is quite expensive to put on a production. It is quite expensive. But when you get partners on board, when you get sponsors on board, when you get other like-minded organizations on board, this can be made possible. Alone, you can't. But together, we can achieve so much. So my encouragement to us all, especially thespians, writers, performers, at the end of the day, that we need to work together. But then appeal to the corporate world as well, that support theater. Theater is very impactful. All art and culture is very impactful. But I know reaching out to funders, reaching out to sponsors from the corporate world is not very easy. A good number of you are listening. You are invested a lot in the sports, but also theater. The arts matter. And we know almost all of us have gone through the National Theater. A good number of us. Yes. Okay? Art is part of us. Culture is part of us. So we need to support it at the end of the day. Come and hold hands with us at the UNCC so that we keep art alive and support the young people, because there are quite a number of them who are producing music, who are producing poems, who are doing dance productions, but they need our support. And we can't do it alone, but with each and every one of us who is out there, especially the corporate world, the government at that, and also you, the viewers. Come and consume our arts. Come and support at the end of the day.
That is very, very true. Indeed, the arts mirror society, and still, they actually tell your story. They best deliver your story and help you tell it to the rest of the world. Now, how do you expect audiences to react to the play versus the readers of the book?
Okay, versus. How do we expect? Yeah, I mean...
Now, I'll paint it for you.
Yes.
Usually when I love it when I watch something I've read.
True.
It hits different.
True.
Sometimes I've watched it before I've read it, but when I read it and then get to watch it, it's different. But most times the reception is different for those who watch the play or watch a movie in some cases.
Yes.
And also those who just get the opportunity to just read the book before it's turned into a movie or a play. So how do you expect audiences to react based on the storyline, the plots that you've shared? What do you expect? What do you look forward to from the audience's reaction in the theater during the live shows, but also with the books as they read them?
Okay, two things happen. One, Uganda is challenged by the fact that our reading is limited. And so we encourage people to read, to buy these scripts, to buy these plays. Today we are launching the published script, and therefore we expect that you are going to buy this script, and it's not very expensive. For today, for each and everyone who's going to come today, the rate or the price for this book is only 10,000 shillings. After this weekend, because the play is running this weekend and the coming weekend. So for this weekend and the next weekend, the play will only go for 10,000. Why are we doing this? Especially from the playwright. so that people can access the book and also can read the book. Because like you've said, when you interact with the book, it gives you a different feel. Okay, like when you read a newspaper, I will now listen to UBC on the news. It's different. So we encourage people to read. But now when it comes to the stage, again, it is different because not everyone will get the opportunity to read a script before it is staged. Quite a number of people will watch the play even when they have not read the script. But the reaction is totally different when you read the script and also when you watch the play. So my expectation is that for those who are coming to watch the play, and I expect a good number of you coming today, coming tomorrow, coming on Sunday and the coming week, is that you are going to relate with this play because there is a character that represents you in that play. You are either the missing Linda, or you are the husband, or you are the tycoon, the politician who is vying for elections. We're in election time, and therefore there is that bit of it. How do you react to these situations, the domestic violence, the relationships in homes? How? So I believe that everyone will relate in their own way to this script. And I hope you are not also lying about something as the play says.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sewagala Andrew, for coming through. The play is called The Rope, and it premieres today, 21st March at 7 p.m. at the National Theatre. VIP tickets are 50,000 Uganda shillings. Ordinary tickets are 30,000 Uganda shillings. Students will pay 20,000 Uganda shillings. And also the show dates, other show dates will be March 22nd, March 23rd, March 28th, March 29th, and March 30th. The show times are 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. That means it's 2 shows per day. 2
shows per day, yeah.
Yes, you've talked about the next weekend. Do we also have shows next weekend? Because these seem to be, these are for next weekend.
Exactly. So we have shows this week and also the coming weekend. So at least you cannot fail to get your preferred date among all those dates. Yes.
Wow. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
The Arts Mirror Society, the arts tell stories, and they tell stories customized to you. So you're encouraged, be encouraged to always go for plays and the shows at the National Theatre so that you get a glimpse of what the arts world is and what it's all about, and as well be encouraged to invest into the arts as well as participate either as an actor, writer, producer, whatever field you might feel comfortable in. But that's it for this Friday as we've looked at the playwright. Am I using the right term?
Which one?
Playwright.
Playwright. The playwright Lloyd Lutara. Yes.
Yeah, the play Lloyd Lutara's Rope, a production that is premiering today at the National Theatre. So be there and get to have a good evening at that. Thank you for watching Good Morning Uganda. We still have more music in there, so stick around.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda. In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Maskari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m. it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by.
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
We're going to be talking about farming, but it's not me that's going to do that.
My name is Hava K. Luanga.
My name is Larry Charles K.
Let's go!
Mixed farm is a type of farming that involves growing crops and raising livestock. This is the spice garden and for the vegetables.
My first favorite spice has to be black pepper.
What's black pepper in Uganda?
Kamulali or mudagavu.
What? We're going to talk about the sechunga. We're going to see how big it is, as big as Larry's head. And then we're going to talk about the mangada. So we're going to get there.
We have still so many farms to visit, and I would like to hear from you.
This is the Little Farmer Show, and we are bringing coolness back to farming. See you!
The parish development model launched in 2022 by President Yoweri Museveni to fight poverty and enhance service delivery at the parish level has disbursed over 1 trillion Uganda shillings to more than 10,500 circles, benefiting over 1 million individuals countrywide. The government of Uganda appreciates you for embracing PDM and using it to move away from Okorera Ekida Kyonka. You are encouraged to continue participating in this journey towards socio-economic transformation.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model, PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. But what you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that.
Okay.
The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Maskari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Mukoke Fish Farmers Association tuli balunzi ba byananda ebyebika ebisatu omuli Miracap, tilapia oba engege ni catfish twete male. Group eno twatandika twali abantu basatu nga tulingirira obwetaavu obwebyenanda obw'obwiva eno okubona nti tufuna okasente akava mu maadi agali gatambula butambule nga gatubita ku wanu ng'ekirabo. Twatandika ni fish pond ndala mu mwaka gw'e2018. Twebaza fisheries officer ni district ya Bugiri babanga batulagirira kusaani fish farm ebwikwe inside day twabanga tusobola okufuna kwetusaako obugege obwasooka era mu mwaka ogwali 2020 awo basobola okubanga batuwaayo ebyenanda emitwalo $4 okuva mu operation werese creation era okuba yongerezaako emmere yatuweebwa okuva Ugachik Poultry Breeders. Twasobola okubanga tusoloza akasente akawerera obukayire nga 42. Twasobola okubanga tubuinvestinga oba okubona nti twongerezaako ku bimu ku bintu bye tukola gano. Bebaza gavumenti yaife okubanga buli saawa efaayo okubanga efeeri y'Abannayuganda.
This plan, as the name prescribes, is the project for restoration of livelihood in northern region. So it was designed to support the population in order to implement the national programs of wealth creation, improving household income, and this is done through supporting agriculture. And by supporting agriculture, you support seed production, training of farmers, mindset change, and even it went ahead to have components of food security grants, whereby families were given grants to be able to improve their food security. But there was also community-based natural resources grants, which were given to families to put in place woodlots, which would help them to reduce on killing the vegetation and deforestation, looking for energy or for firewood. So this is my general perception. One, that this project entered in strategic areas of government, but that it has created a base for the now last mile strategy, which is the parish development model. And therefore this base that it has left will help us actually, and I'm sure we'll get better results in a Chole area and Ajumani when we are implementing the parish development model.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Maskari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Well, once again, good morning, Uganda. And because it's a Friday, every Friday we bring you things that entertain you. But at the core of that entertainment, it's to inspire you to start your day in a better way, in an encouraging way, and a way that uplifts you as an individual. Today is not any different. My name is Julie F. Nantaba Musisi, and in studio with me is an amazing artist. He is a sound engineer. He is an audio producer. He is a gospel artist. And to a personal level, he is a loving father. He is a loving husband. His name is Jean-Marie, and he is in the UBC studios today on Good Morning Uganda to uplift our day this Friday and to, in a way, give us a kickstart for the weekend. Good morning, Jean-Marie.
Good morning.
So good to have you here.
It's a pleasure.
What inspires you?
Once again, good morning to all our viewers. I'm really privileged to be here this morning. Inspires me first is the life I live, which is the life of God. So in everything that I do, God is number one. Like everything is inspired to serve Him and serve His people. Yeah.
On that note, please take us away with your talents.
And the first song I'm gonna do, it's a Thanksgiving song. It's called Nsima. One of my old songs. It was released in 2016. It's a blessing. Then it was a prophecy.
Yes.
I was thanking God for my family, for my children, for my wife, then which I didn't have. But
Yes.
today, it's a reality. Be blessed. Nsima, nsima, nsima. Nsima, nsima, nsima. Nsima, nsima, nsima. Nsima, nsima, nsima. Ono gwe ngamba, ngamba gwe mpana, emikisa yagaba, n'obulamu yapima. He knew my face long before I was born. That's what the Bible tells me, that He knows me by name. Ani yali amanyi ndiba wa mugaso eri eggwanga. Say, let's say, superstar in Uganda. Who knew that you become what you are today? Wadde nga tonnatuuka awo w'oli wamala okusinza. Yeke amanye ekubo lyo gwe mwolita okuwangula ebizibu by'ensi eno. Abaana olibalisa ki, olibambaza ki? Sukulu fiizi olizijjawa gwe? Yamanya ennyumba olisulamu yani, olimusasula ki? Kasente olikajjawa gwe? I thank you for my life, Nsima, Nsima, Nsima. My children and my wife, Nsima. Creator, you're so merciful, Nsima. For the things I don't deserve, Nsima, Nsima. Zani goyolanga kana kembwendalu. I'm not worthy. Sometimes I live my life like a fool. I'm not afraid kubanga gwenesiga sobola. I have a friend Kalenze newe serious ya. Cause he will never ever let me down. Cause his love for me is higher than the clouds. I'm stronger than ever. I will not fear whatever. I'll hold until I'm a winner. Hey, I'm stronger than ever. I will not fear whatever. I'll hold until I'm a winner. Sima nyo. Hey, Sima nyo nyo. Sima. Creator, you're so merciful. Sima, Sima, for the things I don't deserve. Sima, Lord, I wanna thank you. Sima, Sima, nyo, Sima, Creator, you're so merciful. Sima, for the things I don't deserve. Sima, Sima, obadde mulungi eri obulamu bwange. Sima, obadde mulungi eri emirimu gyange. Sima, obadde mulungi mu famire yange. Sima, obadde mulungi mu baana bange. Sima, sima obulamu bwompadde ssebo. Sima, sima ekisa n'omukwano gw'ondaze. Sima, sima nnyo nnyo. Sima, ayagala Yesu mugambe nsima. Mu nnyumba yawo yimuka omugambe nti nsima. Ensima, ensima, nze nsima, nsima, yeah, nsima nnyo nnyo nsima, nsima, nsima. Now the next song I'm gonna do, mugenda kunyambako eyo abalaba muyimbe wamu nange. So kayimba kangu nnyo kagenda kati. Tuyimba ffenneyo sibawulira naye nga nkulaba. Tukaddemu. Mukama gamulungi, 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 atuggyeyo mu bwavu, atuggyeko obuswavu. Yesu gamulungi, alwanye entalo nnyingi, alese essuubi. Yesu gamulungi, say my God is so good to me, so good to me. He's so good to you too. Yeah, and he is good today, he is good tomorrow, he is good forever. Hey, and he is good today, he is good tomorrow, he is good forever. Hey, hey, ay, 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 ay. Hey, ay, 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 ay. Hey, ay, 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 ay. Hey, ay, ay, ay. Hey, ay, 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 ay. Hey, ay, ay, ay. Hey, ay, ay, ay. Mwari bakanaka, 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 Zambe azamalam, Zambe azabolingo, ensengo nangaye. Mukama ni murungi, Ruhanga ni murungi, Musengwa nga mulungi, Agungumale, Musengwa nga mulungi, He is good today, he is good tomorrow, he is good forever. I say, Imana ninzi ninzinza, ninzinza, ninzinza. And he is good to you. He is good to your bodies. He is good forever. And that is his nature. He's good. He's good. He's good. Yeah. Yeah. Ogusemba tui. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Tonight, yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Amen. Mukama tumwebaza kubanga mulungi ekiseera kyonna. And that is his nature. Now then, the next song I'm going to do, like Julie said, I'm a married guy. My wife Jackie, she's watching, and this was our wedding song. It was a special song for her, and actually we did it together. On the wedding I did it alone, but after, when we got married, we recorded the song together. It's called Forever. You can even look it out on all music platforms. It's a love song that I did with my beautiful wife. Please enjoy. You can dedicate it to all the lovers. Goes like this. Forever and ever, forever together, forever and ever, forever together. One more last time. Forever and ever, forever together. Nzudo mukwano mukwe, njizo mukwano rakubakwe, sichirowozangako kubeera nga bwendi, omutima guŋŋamba mbuno nteredde, era guŋŋamba ky'omutuufu nfunye gwe. For you baby like a dove, tumbira mu love, I can never have enough, kuba ndi muli munafsi. Forever and ever, baby nze nawe, forever together, forever and ever, forever together. Nalimanya omukwano gw'abalondemu, ng'era okugufuna olina okulindalindamu, kizudde byonna ebyokwekwasa, omutuufu tanajja, kasita omusiŋŋana, naturally byonna byevuga. If life was blind, I'm a victim. Honey, won't you assist him? Bwe luba luyimba oli rhythm, wafuuka blues tupe uniform, ngamba R&B. Baby, your blood in me, wafuuka magneti, nsika sigenderi. I wanna love you forever, forever and ever. Baby nze nawe, forever together, forever, forever and ever. Forever together. Nze naawe tuli luggi na pata, intaneti na data, tulinye tusenvudde ng'ondaba. Nze naawe tuli luggi na pata, intaneti na data, tulinye tusenvudde ng'ondaba. Nze naawe tuli luggi na pata, intaneti na data, tulinye tusenvudde ng'ondaba. Njagala mbeere naawe forever and ever. Tutambule nga babiri forever together. Abalongo tuzaale forever and ever. Baby, baby, forever together. Tonight.
Performance from Jean-Marie right there. Amazing music that is. How many instruments do you play?
African instruments, almost all of them.
Wow.
Because I grew up in a musical family, and my uncles were had cultural troops. So from my childhood, I grew up like in dancing, drumming, and we used to do a couple of African dances, not only Ugandan, but even from other African countries.
And that tells, I think you saw the picture, the poster at the start of this session. You could tell his attire. It was all African
I also
culture.
play guitar, I play keys, because in studio you can't do production if you actually don't know how to do keys.
Yes.
You can, but it's hard.
Yes.
Most when it comes to Ugandan music, people
That's
know.
the picture we were talking
Yes,
about.
the producer
You can
have
tell.
to play keyboard because someone will come with his song in the head, so I have to look for the chord, have to look for the progressions, the melodies, and then start arranging the music. So it's easier when you know keyboard.
Some keys, yes.
I actually learned keyboard because I had that passion for production.
Wow, self-taught.
Yeah, not self-taught. I started producing 2008 at a radio station.
Wow.
Then 2010 I started my own M1 records.
Yes.
And actually this year we are celebrating 15 years of existence.
That's an achievement.
Yeah.
That is an achievement. Thank you so much, Jean-Marie, for that performance. Now, Jean-Marie is still with us, but for now, Olive Monica Najuma is coming through to give you an update of the movies, and we'll be back later. And we also have another artist, so don't think that all of that is all you've seen. No, we still have another amazing, talented artist who's coming to inspire you as well this morning. And we're having a good morning indeed on Good Morning Uganda. So stick around this Friday.
UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Well, welcome back from that performance, and of course the conversation that Julie did have earlier on the arts. And someone did ask Julie a question: is Ugandan theatre dead? But with the conversation she had earlier, I believe that Ugandan theatre is still much alive with all these productions. And also when you look at the artists that we have, the kind of content, their work, their body of work that they give to us, the public, I believe that Ugandan arts are still so much alive. So you should subscribe and be part of something that is amazing, and it puts our country at the forefront when it comes to the arts. But now we are getting into our movie recommendation, something we do every Friday. My name is Olive Monica Najuma, and let's get into it. Now, the first movie for the day is The Electric State, which is a 2025 American science fiction action-adventure film produced and directed by Anthony and Joe Russo. And the plot of the movie: in 1990, a war between humans and robots has left the world in disarray. With the help of the Centre CEO, Ethan Skate, who developed neurocaster technology that allowed humans to upload their minds into the drone robots, humanity managed to win the war, while robots were banished to the exclusion zone. However, the success of this technology meant many people opted to live their virtual lives in a semi-vegetative state, while drones do most of the work. Let's have a look at the trailer.
The bot rebellion was ugly.
They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't blink. I blink.
When the robots deviated from their assigned task, we banished them to the electric state. 200,000 square miles of secure territory.
You famously never owned robots, did you?
I never trusted them. They're not us. How would they possibly understand our best interests?
My brother. I thought I lost him. But he's out there somewhere.
I stopped fighting because the war with these bots was wrong. You wanna go get your brother back? I'll go with you.
Starring Millie Bobby Brown as Michelle Green and also Chris Pratt as Don D. Kitts. Then we have Stanley Tucci as Ethan Skate and many others. Now, the movie was released on February 24th, 2025, and you can also find it on Netflix as it premiered there on the 14th of March, 2025. Now, the next movie recommendation is Black Bag, which is a 2025 American spy thriller film directed by Steven Soderbergh and written by David Cobb. Now, the movie follows British intelligence officer George Woodhouse, who is given 1 week by his superior Mitchcom to investigate the leak of a top secret software program codenamed Severus. One of 5 suspects is his wife, Catherine, who is also an intelligence officer. He invites the other 4 suspects, who are also fellow spies,
and couples over for dinner. The 4 suspects are satellite imagery specialist Clarissa, her boyfriend, and managing agent Freddie, agency psychiatrist Zoe, and her boyfriend and managing agent James. Now at dinner, George drugs their food to lower their inhibitions and reveals that Freddie has been cheating on Clarissa. Clarissa angrily stabs the latter in the hand. Let's have a look at the trailer.
Where are you off to? You know and you know what you'll do, and you never discuss certain things again. Not as me. I would do anything for you.
Would you? Anything else?
You got a breach. What did you do? One of our people stole something.
Something extremely valuable.
You cannot imagine the damage. Find the leak. How long do you think you'll need? Give me 2 weeks. Thousands of innocent people will die. Okay? 1 week. Who's the suspect? Your wife.
I like it. When you can lie about everything, when you can deny everything, how do you tell the truth about anything?
I need a satellite redirect, but this has to be unofficial.
You are one naughty husband, George.
You think this isn't normal? The way you're doing this, just so you know.
One can lie to you.
I don't like liars. If it is Catherine, do you really think you can do it? I don't know. Maybe this is all your greatest game, George.
It's a very dangerous line of work.
Well, the movie stars Kate Blanchett as Catherine St. John and Michael Fassbender as George Woodhouse, plus Marissa Abela as Clarissa DuBose, among others. The movie was released in January 2024 by Focus Features, which acquired the rights for distribution, and it is on, you can find it right now because it's already released. Now the next movie for recommendation is Lilo and Stitch, which is an upcoming American science fiction comedy film directed by Dean Fleischer Camp and written by Chris Bright and Mike Van Wes. And the premise of the movie, the film, tells the story of the bond formed between a lonely human girl named Lilo and a dog-like alien named Stitch, who is engineered to be nice, to be a force of destruction, pursuing alien social workers, and the idea of the bond of family figure into the proceedings. Let's have a look at the trailer.
We have apprehended a dangerous experiment. Where is he?
He escaped.
He's trying to find the police cruisers.
He took the red one.
What hideous planet is caught in your crosshairs?
Shooting star! I wish for a friend. Like a best friend.
What the hell?
He's so cute and fluffy.
He is your responsibility. Got it.
We promise.
Yeah.
Get down from there.
Look like an angel.
No. Control him. Hey, what are you doing? No. Dogs on the table.
You sure that's a dog?
Yeah.
Rough.
Ew. We are not keeping this thing.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind.
Or forgotten.
Stitch bad.
Sometimes family isn't perfect. That doesn't mean they aren't good. That was close. I don't think you're supposed to drink that.
Cobra Bubbles. We have a blue dog to catch.
No, wait!
Well, Lilo and Stitch stars Chris Saunders as the voice of Stitch and Maya Keloha as Lilo Pelekai, and the movie was released, is slated for release on May 23rd, 2025. Now, the release will also include engagement in Real D3D, Dolby Cinema, and 4DX. Well, that does it for our movie recommendations for this weekend. I hope you do enjoy your weekend. Now, we still have so much more in the realm of entertainment, but also sports. Stick around.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by.
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby,
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the MyMTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Still a good morning Uganda, and hopefully it's still a good morning for you. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching UBC TV. And once again, my name is Julie F. Nantaba Mosisi, and like I mentioned, we still have a lot more in store, so you are not yet done. Now, allow me send a major shout out to Derek Gargamel, Cricket Derek Gargamel from Machindia. He is an ardent viewer of Good Morning Uganda, and thank you so much, Derek, for always supporting us and loving us. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we still have artists and music to enjoy, explore, and take in. And right now in studio with me is Akisa. Akisa is an instrumentalist. She is a musician, and she is one who is very invested in promoting her culture, but above all, her identity. She is from the northern part of Uganda, and that is a story she tells throughout her music and her performances in her generation. Good morning, Akisa.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Is
How
it
are
cold?
You? It is.
Well, lighten up, lighten up. It's always...
Well, it's cold compared to my place, so yeah.
Yeah, but I believe the guitar will warm us, right? And warm you as well.
Sure, it will.
So in just 1 minute.
Yes, please.
Who is Akisa? When did music start?
Akisa is that girl from northern Uganda, in specific Gulu, but I would say I'm representing the Luo in general, the Jonam. So I started music at a very, very early age, like 14 or 15.
Wow.
And I was in a band
at that time.
At that time,
okay with that?
Yes, it was a struggle in the beginning, but at least we were at par somewhere. But they didn't really give me like so much freedom. They restricted the kind of music I'm supposed to do in the band.
Yes.
But the band business is very crazy though. So when you go to bars, you need to give them love songs, just that. But I kickstarted with my solo career, like songwriting and recording my music. That was last year in February. Yes, so I'm just a year old in the music industry though.
As a solo artist.
As a solo artist, yes. So
but that makes it 2014. You started at 14 years.
At 14
that
years.
That was about 20 what?
About 2019, 2018 there.
Wow. So 7 years, 6 years into being an artist, performing artist.
Yes, please.
So on that note, let us enjoy Akisa's talent. Take us away.
Hello, guys. So I'm going to do my first single. It's called Mawani. Before I sink in deep, I just want to explain a little because it's in Acholi. Mawani is talking about a lady giving in her love so much to the boy, but he's not giving her back, He's looking for fame, looking for money, so he's saying a lot of things about his woman, and but despite all of that, I still loved him. So I hope you enjoy my piece. Yeah. Anything we do, everything we do. Pero hatiki wiki kulu. Anything we do, everything we do. My foot wanonga noa. The feelings that you had to be to tera tera. Betura tura. You treated me better. You treated me better. Hinge dwe manori nge ungo mi taru. Piani mero fame nge ungo mi neru. Piani mero money nge ungo mi wachu. Piani mero favors. Piruate, piruate. Anything we do, everything we do. Piruate kiwigi kulu. Anything we do, everything we do. Twero twingi. Mawani, mawani. Mawani, mawani. Mawani, mawani. Yeah. Piruate, piruate. Mawani, mawani. Mawani, mawani. Mawani, mawani. Yeah. Piruate. Set my heart on fire just to keep you warm, just to keep you through the night. And abitimu, aito. Entamita what you need. Down o Quedo, down o Loro, down o Pinyangel, down o Piganoa. Money make wire. Kiri giloro money make wire. Kira baby miri, meno nyero, meno volo, meno quele. Oh yeah, money make wire. Yeah, money make wire. Anything we do, everything we do. Peruatiki wigi kulu. take it, we get cool. Anything we do, everything we do. Charo chingi, maoni, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Pirouette, pirouette, maoni, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Pirouette, my foot one no. The feelings that you had, a bit of terra, you're treating me better, yeah. You're treating me better. And you dream I know you on me charo. Can you meet a fame you on me nero? Can you meet a man you on me watch you? Can you meet a feather? Pirouette, pirouette. Anything we do, everything we do. Pirouette, take it away, get cool. Anything we do, everything we do. Twero tringi, maoni, 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 yeah. Pirouette, pirouette, maoni, 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 yeah. Pirouette, pirouette, maoni, 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 yeah. So that is Mawani for you. I'm gonna do my next song. It's called Yomchinya. Yomchinya in actually means make me happy. So I'm simply telling the guy, please make me happy and I will make you happy too. Enjoy. Yomchinya, yomchinya, where yomchinyi, baby, nyutama, nyutama, so that I do the same to you, you. Yomchinya, yomchinya, where yomchinyi, baby, nyutama, nyutama, so that I do the same to you, you. Can you do me like I do you? Can you do me like I do you? Can you do me like I do you? Can you do me? I'm only human. Abalu bene, tera kong mochal pekiken, atikiken uwego fuda kere. Chui chin beruti, but let it go away, catching butter. Wang chio te chiu te. Now my bino diri ukeli wa yongji. So when we wake up, we make happy. We said to love, 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 no more break up. Yomchinya, yomchinya, where I yomchinyi, baby. Nyutama, nyutama, so that I do the same to you. Yomchinya, yomchinya, where I yomchinyi, baby. Nyutama, nyutama, so that I do the same to you. Can you do me like I do you? Can you do me like I do you? Can you do me like I do you? Hinkai palubora ajali ajala aloro kwedi mod babali entoka palubori fire you don't give me time to do what I have to do beru chalu ipimu bala kila pim kinyo pay me no need hotel cat megi pay for my love itika dugu unfair you unfair itika dugu unfair you unfair gen pinden nikin anki in fudi meritera chalu latin akala kala kin anki in dana peru machine Yomchinya, yomchinya, where yomchinyi, baby, nyutama, nyutama, so that I do the same to you. Yomchinya, yomchinya, where yomchinyi, baby, Yeah. That's Yom Chinya for you. And I'm going to do Weranyuti. This is my latest release. It's called Weranyuti. Chincha borujara no ichero kagama motara igoya majai kivunyuni jalengi pekwere wacha taimaru kompa munoni piano juru makanyi pemate. So let us go to the club and have some fun. Now in the club I'm sipping some Hennessy, but I can take my eyes off you. Nong chawa doni atama wearing any amorotama miteri lelo iganga koni no kutore. You should meet me in my bed, in summer bed. Let's have a little chat in my bedroom, in summer bed. Let's have a little binba, say binba. Where can you think on my being okay? Why did it chop, boy? Where can you think on my being okay? On my being okay? Say, where can you think on my being okay? On my being okay? Where can you think on my being okay? I would die, you die, tina biko you do, I biko I will. I'm speaking in time, yeah. You my boo, I cha cha. Now I'm so high, you got me in the mood, baby. Turn off the light. Say no shower, don't need a dama. Wearing any amor tama. Pretty little iganga, couldn't no good correct. You should meet me in my bedroom, in summer bed. Let's have a little chat, yeah, in my bedroom, in summer bed. Let's have a little chat. Been by, say, been by. Where are you think I'm being okay? Why did it chat, boy? Where are you think I'm being okay? I'm being okay. Where are you think I'm being okay? I'm being okay. Where are you think I'm being okay? I'm being okay. Where are you think I'm being okay? I'm being okay. Where are you think I'm being okay? I'm being okay. Where are you think I'm being okay? You can sing together with me. Where are you think I'm being okay? I'm being okay. Say, where are you think I'm being okay?
I can do.
I know, right? That's where I knew.
Oh my goodness, that is Akisa for you, very talented. What inspires your music? What inspires how you sing? Because you sing so differently.
Oh, really?
Yes, you do. And how you speak actually, it's one doesn't understand. But the music is speaking to their soul.
Exactly.
Yes. So what inspires you to perform and sing like that?
Well, honestly, first of all, I write my music from the heart. It comes from the heart.
Yes.
So, you know, when you write something from your heart, even the way you deliver it, it's different. Like you can really touch someone, because many people listen to the song out there, maybe they're in the same situation as you. So you deliver it with a lot of love, though there's pain in it, but there's also love in between, and there's that passion, you know. So my music comes from the heart. And with my singing, you know, I've been doing it for quite a while now. You know, I have experience with the live band, with the studio and all of that. But it just depends on what you're talking about. So when I'm feeling pain and I just letting out my pain, I'm a little bit soft, not aggressive, because I want to deliver something that has really hurt me. But when I'm very happy, my voice gets very excited too, and someone can feel it like, oh, Akisa is genuinely like very, very happy.
So you're in the moment.
Yeah, in the moment.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Akisa, she is a musician and instrumentalist. She is a songwriter and she writes her own music. What she has performed here is something that is originally has penned by her and performed by her. Now, Akisa is coming back. So do not go away because we still have more music and performances for you. But for now, let us go into the sports world with Ruben. Good morning, Uganda does continue.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by.
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. Time for Good Morning Sports, and the international leagues are on a break right now, but still more sports is going on, and the Nations League is on, but Ruben is here to tell us more of what is happening in Europe, Asia, and Africa as well. Good morning, Ruben.
Good morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you. It's rare for me to be, for you to be hosted, but today you're the one on that seat.
Of course, and Joram Paul Sonko used to host me on a Friday, and I used to enjoy my ride with him because of my love for sport and his love for sport as well. I like it. I like your opening statement. So I would say, our statement where it says that the leagues are off. We are into the qualifiers, and I have some bad and good news.
Okay.
The
Let's
bad.
start with the good.
No, I'll start with the bad. Allow me to start with the bad.
Okay.
Uganda Cranes lost by 3-1 against Mozambique, and then Somedi was sent off for the second bookable offense yesterday. And I was watching this game with Amon Ingabo in the locker room, and I remember him echoing so many sentiments about the referee's bias and what. But Uganda lost against Mozambique, and Mozambique, the way it depends on how you pronounce it. But the team that played for Uganda, I mentioned Awatega was in goal. The back four had Kapradosi, Mugabi, Bomono, and Kayondo. That was the defense. Then the midfield had Omedi, Awucho, Semakula, and Semugabi. Then up front was Mohamed Shaban and Alan Okello. That's a team that played for Uganda against Mozambique. But of course, when you look at the statistics and the game in particular, Uganda did not put up a show. Yes, they had the goal scored through Mohamed Shaban, but they were never up to the party when it came to creating chances. In other results, of course, in Group G and Group H, we had Namibia beat Malawi in Blantyre. That was 1-0. Then in Group A, Sierra Leone beat Guinea-Bissau by 3-1. Group C, Zimbabwe did draw with Benin. That was 2-2. Then Group D, Cape Verde beat Mauritius by 0-0, and Libya drew with Angola. That was 1-1. Then in Group F, Gabon beat Seychelles 3-0, and Kenya drew with the Gambia. That was 3-3. And of course, today we have a couple of games as well in the World Cup qualifiers. That is the CAF Africa. Burkina Faso will take on Djibouti. That will be in Group A. That's at 7 p.m. Then at 7 as well, DR Congo will play against South Sudan. Then Group C, Rwanda will be in action against Nigeria. That will be at 7. And then South Africa will take on Lesotho. Or Lesotho, well, depending on where you come from. That will be at 7. In Group F, Burundi will take on Ivory Coast at 10. Then Group G, Botswana will take on Algeria at 4. Group H, Equatorial Guinea will take on Sao Tome and Principe at 4 as well. And then we shall have in Group F, Ghana in Accra will play against Chad. That is the African qualifiers. Then Nations League, we had games played last night in the Nations League. Croatia did beat France by 2-0. Goals from Budiru and Perisic gave Croatia that 2-0 win against France. Denmark won, Portugal 0. We had Italy lose to Germany by 2-1. Then the Dutch or the Netherlands did draw with Spain. That was 2 goals from Cody Gapco and Rangers. And of course, the other side of Spain, Williams and Merino got the goals for the Spaniards. Then tonight or today in the European Nations League games of the World Cup qualifiers, that is UEFA, there will be a couple of games played tomorrow. Cyprus will take on San Marino, Andorra against Latvia, England will take on Albania. That will be at 10 p.m. Then Malta against Finland, Poland will take on Lithuania, and Romania will play against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Then of course tomorrow, that is today, tomorrow we'll have Liechtenstein against North Macedonia. This team did beat Italy, Julie. 2 years ago, Italy did not qualify for the World Cup because they lost to North Macedonia. And I remember Felix Manyindo trying to you know, he texted a message and told me that how could Italy lose against doctors of Macedonia. Oh, wow. But anyway, Moldova played Norway at 8 tonight. Then Montenegro against Gibraltar. Chenia will take on Faroe Islands, Israel against Estonia, and Wales will play against Kazakhstan. That will be in the World Cup qualifiers in the European category. Away from that, into the South American qualifiers, Paraguay won, Chile 0. Brazil did beat Colombia by 2-1. We had Peru beat Bolivia. That was a 3-0. And of course, but tomorrow we will have a record against Venezuela, and Uruguay will play against Argentina. That will be in the World Cup qualifiers for the South American teams. Then into NBA, we have a couple of games that will be played in NBA away from football. There will be games in NBA. Have you ever played basketball, Julie?
Not at all. I've tried to play football.
Football?
That's a story for another day, but what do the fixtures look like in
Okay,
the NBA?
in NBA we had games this morning. The Hornets beat the Knicks, that was 115 to 98. We had the Warriors beating the Raptors, that was 117 to 114. The Kings did lose to the Bulls, or they lost to the Bulls, 108, 116. And the Bucks threw the big man, Antetokounmpo. I love him and his size. He's so tall and big. You can't control him in that
I would
paint.
understand why.
So they did beat Lakers by a couple of points there, around 18 to 89. Tomorrow morning, we'll have a couple of games. We won't be here, but of course, you have been monitoring on our Pay TV channels. The Heat will take on the Rockets. That will be at 3. The Wolves will take on the Pelicans, the Spurs will take on the 76ers, the Mavericks will play against the Pistons, the Jazz against the Celtics, the Suns will take on the Cavs, then the Blazers will take on the Nuggets, and lastly at 5:30, the Clippers will take on the Grizzlies.
Thank you very much, Ruben, and looking forward to what the results will be when we come back on Monday and what result we'll have from the sports world. And thank you so
But we
much.
have a game on Tuesday. Uganda will play against Guinea in Nambole. We expect you and your team to be in Nambole to be the 12th player to support the Cranes.
Very true indeed. Patriotism at heart.
Yes.
But thank you so much, Ruben. Good Morning Uganda does continue, so stick around because we're coming back with more music and performances.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, every story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by.
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the MyMTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
We're going to be talking about farming, but it's not me that's going to do that.
My name is Hava K. Luanga.
My name is Larry Charles K.
Let's go!
go!
Mixed farm is a type of farming that involves growing crops and raising livestock. This is the spice garden and for the vegetables.
My first favorite spice has to be black pepper.
What's black pepper in Uganda?
Kamulali or mudagavu.
What? We're going to talk about the sechunga. We're going to see how big it is, as big as Larry's head. And then we're going to talk about the mangada. So we're going to get there. We have still so many farms to visit. And I would like to hear from you. This is the Little Farmer Show, and we are bringing coolness back to farming. See you!
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
Like we promised, we still have more in stock for you. We still have artists to inspire us and start our day off with inspiration, with entertainment, with music and lightheartedness. And on that note, Jean-Marie and Akisa are both with me on set. I wonder if they will be able to sing for us both at the same time. Well, we'll see about that. But welcome back, and thank you so much for being a part of UBC TV and watching Good Morning Uganda. Jean-Marie, yes. What inspires your sound?
Like I said, the kind of life that I grew up in is growing up and in hearing all these African rhythms, doing African dances. So I grew up wanting this to be seen on the international level, and all my music, despite the fact that I actually do gospel music, but I do it in the African way. I represent Africa, I represent my culture.
Yes.
I represent who I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, in case you've just joined in and you're just watching Jean-Marie for the first time, he is a sound engineer, he is a gospel artist, he is a producer, he is a songwriter, he is a performer, and when you follow him, you notice that he is authenticated and very stuck to his African nature, his African personality, as well as his African identity. And he mentioned earlier on in the show that he grew up with a lot of instruments around him from his family, his uncles. He comes from a musical background, and they played a lot of African instruments, from which he picked that interest to play African instruments, and he now wants to portray it and exhibit it to the rest of the world. So in instruments, he plays African instruments, but also the instruments that we are well acquainted of, which are, should I say, more contemporary, guitars, keys, things like that. But let me also go to Akisa. Akisa, what inspires your sound? It is unique, I must say.
All right. I told you earlier on, my music comes from the heart. I would rather say lifestyle, you know, lifestyle, how people are living their lives, because I'm all about something very original, something very true. So it comes from the heart and it's lifestyle. It inspires me, yeah.
Yeah. So how do you end up producing that sound that you produce? Because anyone would produce it in a different sound. Same message, but portray it in a totally different sound. But you get to speak Acholi, you get to speak your language and English at the same time in a very unique sound. Who do you listen to? Who inspires that sound you produce?
Really, I love Joshua Baraka. I love Joshua Baraka so much.
Yes.
But then there's something about music. I was talking about it earlier on. When you're expressing pain, you can't do it like in a harsh way. You can't be like very harsh. You need to be calm with it so that everybody understands what is really coming out from your heart. But when you're happy, you can get groovy because everyone loves to dance when they're happy. Sometimes it feels very weird. You're grooving to a sad song, you know? You get. So most of the producers kind of get it. Whenever you go to them, you'll be like, oh, I have a song like this and this is the story. They would actually know. Like in my culture, we have specific songs. We have Wena. I know you don't understand that, but Wena back in the days were used for abuse. Let's say you really hurt me so much. If someone takes, the instrument is called na. So like the whole song is Wena. So when someone takes out that instrument and makes a song about you, no, you're done. Then we have, there are also dances like the Otole. That is when there is war, you know, in the place, you know, people are getting into the mood. So a producer is supposed to know when someone is singing a happy or love song, they need it groovy. When it's sad, we need it in a certain way, like mellow, calm, like so that people can get it. So it's just all about understanding.
Very interesting, and I love that you insist on the aspect of culture in there and how different cultures express their moods and moments. But both artists are songwriters. Both artists are performers, and they use instruments to express their music. But they both have different backgrounds, different touch, a different touch. Each one of them is unique, and I wonder what it would be like if they combined together and did something. So I'm going to task them, Jean-Marie and Akisa. Could you perform something, the both of you right now?
So,
Jean-Marie first,
yes.
Yeah, you know, earlier on before we actually entered, we had a conversation, and actually today is her birthday. Akisa's birthday, so please allow me first sing for her.
Yay! Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Akisa. Woohoo! Happy birthday to you. And to all the birthday babies out there, happy birthday, dear baby. Happy birthday, dear babies. And I'm going to do a special song that has always inspired me right from when I got married. And it's a song that it's a life song story about the goodness of God. So we're going to do it together with Akisa.
Okay, okay.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up till I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. So my life you have been faithful. So my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing all the goodness of God.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Akisa. Thank you. How old are you making, if you don't mind? All right. You're old.
Oh, yeah.
Old enough. That's good. She's an adult and a Ugandan adult. All right,
Old
quickly.
enough to play guitar.
I know, old enough to. That's true, that's true. Jean-Marie, you mentioned that you are married. I'm not so sure if I should ask Akisa this.
No,
but
I'm not married.
Yeah. But Jean-Marie, who do you look forward to working with in the future? Artists you look forward to working with?
Ugandan, international.
Your pick.
I love a guy called Tai Tribet.
Oh.
And I'm actually always looking out to him, and actually I've DM'd him in his inbox. So
yes.
I really like his vibe. I like his style. He's like, the guy is old, but you can.
He still has energy and set.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's my kind of guy that I would really love. Like, it would be a dream come true
to work with him.
Even just being in his presence.
Amazing,
yeah.
Amazing. Akisa, which artists are you looking forward to working with?
Joshua Baraka.
Ah.
And of course,
Yeah.
John Murray.
Interesting. I'd love to actually see a collaboration between the two of you. What are your social media handles?
John Mary everywhere. JOHNMARIE. Everywhere, John Mary. Yes, yeah.
And Akisa?
Akisa Fortune. Everywhere. Akisa. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, you know?
Yes.
It's Akisa Fortune.
Alrighty. That brings us to the end of today's edition of GMU Good Morning Uganda. Super excited by Akisa and Jean-Marie. They really lit my day, and I hope they have done as well for you. But we shall be back on Monday, the whole team, Olive, Monica Najuma, Robert Chirabo, myself, and Ruben will be back on Monday. But for now, allow us to wish you a good weekend.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archived stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Pick of the day on UBC.
One-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
A weekly face-to-face conversation focusing on accountability, inspiration, information, and sensitization of the public from the various sources, such as inspirational profiles.
Having a disability is not inability.
Every Friday 9 p.m., it's one-on-one with Michael Jordan Lukomwa.
Don't you see anywhere that you would give a credit in the fight against COVID?
My role as the owner of the country is not to, be preoccupied by giving credit to my servant.
We have said that if we are to talk to General Museveni, there must be certain conditions in place.
Is it true that you paid 5 million shillings to MPs that voted for?
Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can can now get all the chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
We're going to be talking about farming, but it's not me that's going to do that.
My name is Hava K. Luanga.
My name is Larry Charles K.
Let's go!
Mixed farm is a type of farming that involves growing crops and raising livestock. This is the spice garden and for the vegetables.
My first favorite spice has to be black pepper.
What's black pepper in Uganda?
Kamulali or mudagavu.
What? We're going to talk about the sechunga. We're going to see how big it is, as big as Larry's head. And then we're going to talk about the mangada. So we're going to get there. We have still so many farms to visit. And I would like to hear from you. This is the Little Farmer Show, and we are bringing coolness back to farming. See you!
Juko. Yo. Hawachiko.